Good morning, y'all. I have been busy. Let me show you. Look at those pretty score marks. My artist at work. My creative skills at work. This is all the things that you can learn how to make in my Bread Making for Beginners series. If you have already been following in that series, y'all just hold on tight because we're fixing to get into biblical bread. What is biblical bread, you say? First of all, let me say this to the people who have not been following, and I've just sparked your interest, and you've been one of these people that's been wanting to learn how to make homemade bread. You're just tired of the stuff at the store, and you're just like, you know what? I just want to start learning how to make our own bread for my family. Nutritious, healthy options, okay? I have right here on my YouTube channel a whole playlist, Bread Making for Beginners series, dedicated for people who want to learn how to make homemade bread. You just don't know where to start. I start you out with simple things like, Southern staples, cornbread, quick rolls, biscuits. Then we get into a more stage beginner, 5-minute no-knead bread dough where you don't even have to have a mixer, all such as that. And then we get into like your kneaded breads, okay, where you're going to start getting a little more hands-on. Now we're fixing to get into an advanced stage in this series, and biblical bread. You don't know what biblical bread is? Let me tell you. Go back to the Old Testament. God created or designed and instructed and taught the Israelites how to make bread. They turned around and used that information and that knowledge, and God told them to start using the showbread or the bread in sacrifices in the tabernacle in the wilderness. What else? Then when they were wandering around in the wilderness, he fed them with manna from heaven. That's bread. Oh, what else? He helped a whole nation survive a famine by instructing Joseph to store up grains in the storehouses to get ready for a 7-year famine. He taught a whole nation how to feed themselves in order to survive. Y'all look up how many times bread, grains, wheat, barley, millet, spelt is all mentioned in the Bible. How they were used, how they were instructed to bake with it, what times of the year to use it, things like that. Then you get into the New Testament. How many times did Jesus say, I'm the bread of life? Bread's biblical. It was at the Last Supper. Jesus ate bread. He broke the bread, and he instructed us to continue to break that bread when we have communion at church time, when it's that time to celebrate the communion. You see, look up how many times bread is mentioned in the Bible, how they used it, and things like that. Y'all, in my Bread Making for Beginners series coming up, starting tomorrow, we are going to get into whole grains. That is all the ones that were mentioned in the Bible: wheat, barley, millet, spelt, all those, okay? And we are going to learn the nutritional value and the biblical perspective of whole grains and start using those, milling our own grains down into freshly milled flour. I have a KitchenAid attachment grain mill that goes to my KitchenAid, and I also have a NutriMill Classic that I use to grind down my grains into flour, freshly milled flour, to make things like biblical bread. Y'all, the first video coming up, I believe I'm going to explain breaking down a wheat berry, all its nutritional value. You're going to be surprised at how much nutrition you get from freshly milled flour versus store-bought flour. Now, I'm a girl who still uses both, okay? You can still get some nutritional value from all-purpose flour or bread flour from the grocery store. Yes, you can. But in just one wheat berry, you can get almost 47 vital nutrients, vitamins, minerals into your body. It's like one bite of bread is like taking a multivitamin for about 30 days, okay? Y'all tune in to the first video starting tomorrow if you want to learn how to make better, nutritious bread for your body and biblical. We get into all that. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video coming up. I will see y'all then.